Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to show you this guitar I just traded for. I traded a classic vibe Squier 70s Stratocaster for this guitar. I paid $100 for that guitar, and here's what I traded it for. This is a 1983 Squier Bullet 1. I believe it's called an S2. And the pictures that, when the guy was showing me pictures, it looked a lot cleaner than it is. Not that it's terrible, but it looked really clean in the pictures. And then I saw someone had refinished it, and look, not even a good job, just a whole lot of horrible. I was like, I still figured this is worth more than a vintage vibe. So I did it anyway. When I got it, the action up here at the 12th fret was 76 thousandths of an inch. And I adjusted it and I got it down to 49 thousandths. The nut was cut to 16 thousandths of an inch at the first string, and at the 6th it was 20. And I tightened the truss rod a little bit, and that kind of brought that down. The relief, now that I've worked on it, if you press down on the 21st and the 1st fret, at the 12th fret, the relief is on the E string. Now it's 4 thousandths of an inch, maybe 5 thousandths of an inch. Plays really good. Sounds really good. Doesn't make any noises. It's really complete. Other than the paint, this thing looks dead on, completely original, which is really cool. I would put the value of this, if I decide to sell it, I won't sell it for less than probably $450. I might try for like $550 and then come down. When I got it, the intonation was so far off. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. But I played it for a while, and it's such a cool guitar. I thought it was a short scale. It's 25.5 inches. So it's basically like a Stratocaster, or it's kind of like a Lead 2 without the switch for the out of phase, which would really be cool if it had that. The pickups are, the ohms of the pickups are 668, 666. So, it sounds good. It's just a really cool guitar. I really wish somebody didn't paint it. I really wish they hadn't painted it. But what are you going to do? And the tuners are very nice, man. They're nice. So it has this one dent here. I tried taking it out with the old steam soldering iron trick. Kind of came out a little bit. Might have discolored it a little bit, but that's all right. It's not like a 54 Stratocaster or anything. So I did lay a Stratocaster pickguard over it because it's the same scale, just to show where these pickups are in relation to a Stratocaster. So here's that. So yeah, I might give a little more top end to the neck pickup. And really, when it comes to a Stratocaster, this is the pickup I use most always. And sometimes I'd use the neck and the middle together to get that spanky sound. And I like using the bridge too, with the tone rolled off a little bit. This one sounds pretty good with gain. It just sounds really good, and I'm so thrilled. I've only got $100 into this. So the first thing we're gonna do, like I got it pretty much set up to what it can do, and I'm gonna be dressing the frets. They're gonna be awfully short because the highest fret right now is 38 thousandths. And the lowest one is about 35 thousandths. So they're going to be around 34, 35, whatever. And then I'll cut the nut down a little bit to match it. I know it'll play really good. It's got 10 to 46s on it. So I'm probably going to put 8.5 to 40s on it. A little bit less than a 9. I mean, it doesn't have that much fret height. So the lighter strings help in that for string bending and stuff. And I'm leaning more towards keeping this than selling it. So we'll see what happens. It's pretty cool. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen all the strings except for, the 2 E strings. I'll loosen them, but not all the way. And I'll try to make the neck as straight as I can. And we'll take it all apart and look at it. I'll document everything. and I'll set it up. So before we do that, you got to help me out with something. Thanks, comrades. Okay, let's rip into this thing. You remember what Marty McFly said? What are you talking about, Doc? All the best stuff is made in Japan. Who painted this? Okay, so I kind of assumed this was all original, but take a look. Pickguards.com, WD custom pickguards, handcrafted and inspected by RC Master Craftsman. What's up with that? They didn't even wait for it to be dry. You can see where the neck plate just sunk into the wet paint. Real craftsmanship there, huh? And check it out, we've got a shim. Well, the neck angle seems fine. Wonder why they did this. New, renewal, no, signature account. Sweepstakes. I've seen worse shims than that before. Oh my god, the neck's a 54. 6684. It's got a T on it. Nothing else. As far as electronics, I don't think any of these solder joints have been messed with, other than the ground. You can see there's a wire here that got cut off. But everything looks original to me. Here's the pots. They got a name on them. Let's say M250. Man, I wish I could do that fast. Now I'm going to go over all the frets. I'm going to mark any frets that are high. I know there's a few high ones on this old guitar. You could see the one down there. Where is it? It's pretty stinking high. One of those. I think like here. Is it this one? It's pretty high. It's one of these. So I'm going to go over all of them, and I'll mark them with the marker because I don't like any high frets. You know, they could have came out over time, or they just didn't take the time to push them in. Newer guitars are a lot worse. Like one of the worst ones on my list. I just started making this list, and one of the worst ones. Where is it? Fender American Special, 15 high frets. That is unbelievable. So I'm going to mark all these, and I'll take care of those, and then we'll dress them all down. Well, this piece is dry, and I know the dowel's dry. Once I put the pick guard back on, I'll drill a hole. We can put a screw in there. It'll be new. This screw right here is all jacked up. Look at it. Somebody did something with it. It looks like it's been in pliers, and the end of it, look at the end of it. I don't know if you can see that. So, and it's bent too. It's not straight. So, I found some black ones. I thought they'd be perfect, but they were just a little too small. So I kind of did that. I didn't want to, but at least it's got a good set of threads. So I'm going to start dressing these frets. I've got all the high frets dealt with now. They're all level, but we know there's a lot of fret wear here. So we'll get into that. We'll get these frets all done and we'll get this thing all back together. Oh, I did, I cleaned up these nuts a little bit with some My Mother's for you mother lovers. That's kind of what I used on here too. I thought I might want to show you what the pickup looks like underneath there. Just a kind of standard Stratocaster. All the pole pieces are level. Anyway, that's it. Okay, I'll put it back together. That's some pretty fine wire there. And while I got it apart, give her a little cleaning. I didn't hear any noise though, but well, that feels so good. These pots feel really good. All right. The old switcheruno. Clean the old switcheruno. Okay, it's back together. It took one little turn of the truss rod. It was almost totally straight. Here's where the action is. And here's the nut. I might clean up just a couple of them, get them all down to 11. Well, it's looking pretty good. I put 9 to 42s on it. And then I'm going to adjust the pickups, and remembering most of the pickup adjustments, they don't have a cover over the poles. So I should be able to go a tiny bit more, a little closer. So I still got to put the knobs on. The intonation's pretty much, it was pretty close from where I had it set with the 10s that were on it. So I'm going to cut this nut down a bit, and and then I'll set the intonation one final time. I'll check it, and we should be done. Okay, we'll check the intonation. I got the camera set so you can actually see it this time. And I have a brace. It's just in holding the neck. So usually you do this on your lap, but for someone to actually really see how it goes. Okay, that was a harmonic at the 12th fret. Now I'm going to try the 12th fret. Wow, it's right on. Okay, the A string. Okay, a harmonic at the 12th fret in the A string. Okay, let's press down the 12th fret. Yeah, because I kind of adjusted it real quick before. D string, way low. Pretty close. Okay, I'll push it down. Wow, okay. G. Wow, they're all right on. Okay, that one. Okay, it's in tune. 12th fret, a little low. So, a little low, the saddle goes that way. I'm going to get a bigger screwdriver. Here she goes. I don't think that's the right size. Okay, retune it. Full fret. Whoa. What on earth? Come on now. Going a little low, so it's got to go that way a little bit more. That's what makes it easy. You just move the saddle wherever the needle's going when you hit the 12th fret. Okay, tune her up again. Try a harmonic for fun. Going all over the place. Okay, that's good. 9, the E string. Jumping around a lot. Okay, I think we're good. I think we've got her set up. Now I'm going to do the pickup height and throw these knobs off. This baby's done. Okay, where are you? Okay, here's how the action looks. At the E string, it's 50 thousandths of an inch right here. And here it's 37. And on the nut, we've got 11 thousandths here and about 12 thousandths here. So it's so much different than when I first got it. The action was super high. But it just needed some little bit of fret manipulation. And it's all intonated and ready to rumble. All right, we'll do a little sound test here. That's how you can tell the intonation's good. Try some gain. Turn the tone down a little bit. sound test. I love the sound of this guitar. Man, this is a cool kit. Too bad it wasn't original paint. It's kind of like playing a lead 2, Fender lead 2, because it had the same pickup configuration, although, and it had a 25.5-inch scale, but it had a phase switch, which made some really cool honky kind of nasally sounds, which I love that. Like Frank, that's a polarity switch for the 2 center pickups, and it just makes the coolest sounds with distortion. Not really too useful with clean, but I wouldn't, like this guitar, I don't know if I would, it's probably not worth that much money that you wouldn't modify it. If I was going to modify it, the only thing I would probably do to it is put bigger frets in it, paint it, and it'd be neat to leave it the same and get a pull switch to put these 2 pickups out of phase if you wanted. That would be all I would do, because then it would look stock. I'd like that. I like that. I mean, it's such a good guitar, it doesn't need to be modified. Anyway, that's the sound test. Coming at you, brother. Well, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you back again. You could hit that like and subscribe if you wanted. That would be really cool. And I will see you next time. Take care, everybody.